Yo, it's JSF, and I just woke up and realized the beta's down again for Guilty Gear Strive, but I'm still allowed to play training mode because I was offline when the beta went down, so I can still play offline. So I figured I'll do a RAM guide, a really quick one, while while I ain't got nothing better to do. I'll play like 7-8 hours worth of matches with this character and training mode as well, a little bit more than that. So I think I understand at least the ins and outs of the character, how the character works. This won't be an extremely detailed guide because I don't want it to be too long, and it's still the open beta. So there's going to be more things we're going to discover after release, after launch, and some things might change. But I think most of this is like general stuff like, hey, how to play neutral with this character. What's, stuff like that. Like that will be universal. So even when the game launches, this information will still be valuable. And again, if y'all enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I plan on doing plenty of Guilty Gear Strive content up until launch and after launch. So, Ramlethal, right? I'm sure you know how to play this character. Boom, boom. Guide over. Y'all have a good one. No, but seriously. So this is her slash, her far slash, her jumping slash, close slash, which obviously changes to far slash, changes to heavy slash. So, let me get in there, right? So Ramlethal is really good mid-range buttons. This is a great mid-far range button. There's some characters with bigger buttons, like this boy right here, this man right here. He's got some very, very far range buttons too. I wish I knew what they were, but yeah, he's got some big buttons, but Ram's got great buttons. She's got great mobility too, right? Because she can dash, right? He can't air dash and all that kind of stuff. But she's got some good ones. Her jump slash is great. I do a lot of box dash and jump slash. You know what I mean? And sometimes you get a counter hit, you land, and then you do it again. This is mostly safe. I'm not going to say it's completely safe against everyone, but for the most part, doing that into that is safe. Especially at further ranges, like because of the pushback. Granted, they can instant block it. They can just defend it and reduce the pushback or whatever. But remember, you can always go into a sword, right? You don't have to, but you have the option, so they got to respect the option. Because if they just try to press after this, they can get smoked by the sword, and if you're closer to the corner, getting smoked by the sword can be a big problem. And that's not optimal, but that's damage. So you gotta kind of respect that. She has this Rekka, 204P, quarter circle back P, and then you do it again and again to get the full thing. You can do some combos in this, but I don't think this move is that great. Her bread and butter is like 5S, 5K. Dust is cool. It doesn't have much range, but it sets up for combos. And this move, Dauro, which is 623, which is DP input punch. This is your combo bread. Like this is what you need for your combos. So you can do something like 2H is a cool button too, and 6P. 6P is your anti-air. If they jump at you, 6P. Like, wait. You know what I mean? Like if they jump at you, 6P them. Like you have to. Like you have to anti them. And it's a 6P like other 6Ps, upper body invincibility. So if they jump at you, as you can see, right? She's got other like some special moves. 204 heavy slash literally only uses as a combo ender. You can combo into this off throw, which is mad interesting. As you can see, that was a combo, 11 hits. She's got her fireball where she shoots her swords. 236 heavy slash or slash, right? This button in the air, this special move in the air, 214S, it's okay. You can poke with this in the air, like if you want to just leave a lingering hitbox. I use jump S more than that though, because if it lands, I can get a counter hit and I can probably land another one, right? And then that's about it for like the most important things. You got 2H too. Her combos are one thing, but honestly, you can win a whole match without doing real combos. Or like you can just do, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And if they get to the corner, she's the type of character who really gets off in the corner. Mid-screen, you don't really get that much. Your goal is to get your opponent in the corner. I do got to talk about her swords really quickly. If you don't know, her fireballs are swords. When you don't have them, you lose access to them. So your buttons get way smaller. You obviously can't throw the swords anymore. All your moves that use the swords get way worse, even your supers. So if you don't have swords, wait. So This is her DP super, right? It's invincible. Boom. That's the super, right? Double quarter circle forward S. 2-3-6 twice, you know. If you don't have swords, the range is terrible. If you have one sword, the range is bad, right? Her other super is cool because it brings the swords back. So sometimes in neutral, I literally just do this super just to get my swords back. And the opponent will block it for the most part. Sometimes they'll FD it, you know, don't take any chip or anything. I don't care, I just want my swords back, right? That's how I play. I don't really see other Ram players do that. What I have seen is like Sonifies do this into RC. And like try to get a mix up, you know, like that you can do. They can try to chicken block it. By chicken block, I mean jump and fall as defense. So, excuse me. So by chicken blocking, I mean you jump and block in the air. That way you don't have to take the mix up on the ground. Because if you're on the ground, I can, you know, go in for the low, or I can, you know what I mean, do the overhead. This is her leap also, 214K, or yeah, 214K. Her leap, it is safe on block. I thought it was plus, but it's not. It is safe though, so that's important to note. I mean, you can do this and RC it and go into something, but yeah, more advanced stuff. Basically, Ram is like a mid-range monster. You want to poke with 5S or far S, you know. Maybe poke with heavy slash as well. The range is crazy. Jump S, you can do jump and do this. 214S in the air. She doesn't have any type of like zoning or keep away game. Just not really her thing. You don't want to just throw her swords because, if, like I said, if you throw your swords, you lose access to all your best buttons, your best moves, everything. Then you really need your swords back. And something that nobody ever told me is that with Ramlethal, you really might get a negative penalty. As you can see, right, danger. See the arrows down on my tension? It's going to say negative. That means my meter went down. As you can see, look, my meter is gone. Like, that's very, very possible, which is why I'm not hesitant to... After I throw out my swords, I don't hesitate to do this super because I might get a negative penalty chasing my swords anyway. And if I'm gonna lose my meter, I might as well burn it. Another thing that, if you're new to Guilty Gear, or you might not know, I didn't know this until I started playing matches, your tension meter does not go to the next round. So always use your tension meter, always. I burn meter like it's nothing. Always use it because you can't take it with you, right? You can't take it with you. Burst will come back. So yeah, anyway, she's got combos. You know, as an example, not like the super most optimal combo, but that's an example of a combo. You're gonna need this move, Daro, 623P or DP input. You're gonna need this to extend your combos. That is gonna be like your go-to. You know what I mean? Like it just is. Like it's her best combo extension tool. Granted, you can RC stuff. So you can do like, you know what I mean? Something like that and continue the combo. I don't want this to be a combo guy, but just to give you an example of some type of things you can do. I mean, hell, you can do this. You know, and that's at least the first 4 hits combos, right? And if you're closer to the corner, you know what I mean? If you're closer to the corner, boom, that's over 200 damage, right? So RCing is important too. Burn your meter for stuff like that. But yeah, Ram, you want to just play around the mid-range. You don't want to get too close to your opponent because Ram doesn't have a DP or anything. So she doesn't really have a get-off-me move unless you use this super. But in the early stages of the game, it's probably going to be hard to be blocking whatever they're doing and then still doing double quarter circle forward S. Which is why I don't love the input for this super. I'd rather it would be like, the half circle back forward, which is the input for our other super. But yeah, that's mostly Ram in a nutshell. Her 2D, her sweep is it doesn't have the greatest range, but if you do like 2K 2D, you can go into that. He's a heavy character, so it's a little harder to land combos on him. But for the most part, if you land like dust or crouching dust to sweep, you go into Daro, you know, you can get something off of it. You can get some type of a combo. Might not be the most damage, but keep that in mind when you jump in. Jump dust is bad. Whoa. Oh, I changed my buttons. Sorry, I keep getting those little input errors because I switched my buttons right before this. But that's her jump dust. Mad hits. Hard to follow up after. I think 5K can follow it up. Yeah, 5K can follow it up, but ain't the easiest thing in the world. But You can pester with this. That's what I use it for. Like I'll like box dash, jump dust, and then if I'm mad close, hit him with the jabs. You know, maybe get a throw, sneak a throw in. Another thing is her throw can combo to her DP super. As you can see, right? Doesn't do that much damage. It's just important to note if it's ever gonna kill. If it's ever gonna kill, go for it. You know, just another important thing to know. But yeah, for the most part, play around the mid range. Having good air movement, I think is really important with Ram. If you're good at like, you know, when to air dash, when to air dash back, when to stick out jump S. You know when your opponent is gonna dash, right? You're gonna get a ton of counter hits. Like sometimes I back dash, and then you gotta like know they're gonna forward dash, and then check them, hit them mid air with that. Get them on the ground, hit them with this. Once you get close to the corner, it is party time. You know what I mean? Like you get anywhere near the corner. Oh wow, they didn't put him on the wall. That's interesting. As you can see, right? You know, you're gonna get that wall break if there, and I mean anywhere like from here, anywhere else. Like once you're that close, like that will combo on a smaller character. And there are, like I just showed, there are still ways to combo the big characters. They're just slightly different, right? But if you're anywhere past mid screen, she's getting you to that wall. And when she gets you to that wall, like jabs. But when she gets you to the wall, right? By the way, this move has a ton of recovery, 214 HS, so be careful using this move. It's hella unsafe. It's death on block. There's a ton of recovery, so be careful when you use it. But yeah, Ram's game plan basically is to outspace you in the mid-range, keep knocking you backwards until you're around here or further back, and then put you against the wall. You know what I mean? And knock you wall break, get the positive meter gain, and then restart it. Again, she does good damage too, so she does good damage, has good mid-range buttons, good air movement, good air control. Like, you can't just be flying around willy-nilly. You will get sniped, you will get popped in the head. And yeah, she doesn't have any like full screen, but there isn't really zoning in this game like that anyway. She isn't like super rush down. She doesn't have the greatest like, she doesn't have a DP. She doesn't have like a get off me tool unless you got have half of our attention. You know, unless you got that, but she's still a really, really good character. You know, leap is pretty good. It can cross up 214 K. You know, depending on where you do it at, it can cross up. You can RC it. I forgot how to RC. You know what I mean? Just putting that out there. You know, just so you know, it's possible, right? I don't have the combos down for it right now, but it is a possibility. I was more focused on the neutral. Like I know some combos with Ram. I even did a combo video because I knew like a decent amount of combos. But playing Ram, I'm telling you, you might not even get those. Like you might not even get 5 like close slash 2H. You know what I mean? You might not ever even get this in a match, and that's okay. As long as you get them to the wall somehow. Get that big damage, positive meter gain. Then I'm throwing my swords all the time. I'm throwing my swords. I don't got swords. I'm super. FD it, burn your meter. I get my swords back. I don't care. The meter's still going up. Look at my meter still going up. I go up to you. I get even more meter. I do it again. This is just how I play. This isn't how every Ram player plays. But I don't ever want to not have swords. I think you should always have swords. I feel like you can throw the heavy sword because you can still poke with this and jump S is still mad good. So if you're going to throw one sword, throw the heavy sword because having slash is mad good. And the heavy sword is the mid sword. This one's high, so this goes over some, like Giovanna is going right over her head, right? May, certain characters, this sword will just fly right over their head. So if you're going to throw one, throw the heavy slash sword, you know, and just poke with this, you know. Like you can do something like and then by that time you got this sword back. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically Ram in a nutshell. I know this isn't a completely like high level technical guide, but I mean again, this is like the open beta. And I think if you know how to use jump slash, if you know how to use bar slash, heavy slash, if you know when to throw swords, when not to throw swords, if you know not to just do Rekka all the time, not to do this, I think you can do okay online. I think you can win some matches. I think you can have a good time. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Did I miss anything? Is there any more you want to add? Check out the Ram combo guide as well. It's got a bunch of combos with all the notation on how to do them. And yeah, subscribe if y'all enjoy the content. Y'all stay safe. JSF. I'm trying to go. Just trying to play some Ram, man. Y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace.